Paint grade cabinet doors are not all created equal. Some paint grade cabinet doors are easier to paint than others, and how well Shaker cabinet doors look after painting depends on how well they're sanded at the factory. Hi, my name's Brady, and in this video I'll show how Shaker cabinet doors are made, and more importantly, how they should be sanded to look great after painting. Not all cabinet door manufacturers sand doors alike. Modern wide belt sanders are expensive machines, costing well over $100,000 each, and smaller manufacturers simply can't afford the expense. Our sanding process uses 5 wide belt sanders, which sand our cabinet doors to a level unmatched in the industry. Now, before I explain why our sanding process will have a very positive impact on the appearance of your painted cabinet doors, I'll cover the process of making Shaker cabinet doors. This process of manufacturing Shaker doors starts with the components that make up the frame being shaped by a machine called a molder. The molder surfaces the frame on all 4 sides to exactly the width and thickness needed for the Shaker door. A video of this molding process is being shown now. Measuring to fractions of an inch with a tape measure lacks the accuracy we require, so we use digital micrometers to adjust the molder. Our Shaker door requires the frame stock to be 2 1/4 inches wide and 13/16 inches thick, but the micrometer adjustment on the molder allows us to produce a width of 2.2500 and thickness of 0.8125. After the frame parts are molded, they're cut to the needed lengths on a computerized chop saw, and this process is being shown. Now that the frame parts, called stiles and rails, are cut to length, the rails must be coped to match the detail on the stiles. Now, coping is the method of joining cope and stick cabinet doors, and a video of this process is being shown. Once the rails are coped, the frame parts meet up with the panel of the door at an assembly station, and the assembly process is being shown. After assembly, the Shaker doors start the sanding process that we mentioned earlier. Now, the first sanders are triple head wide belt sanders, and these sanders start with 120 grit belts and progress through 150 grit to 180 grit belts. And most manufacturers finish their sanding at this point because the industry standard is 180 grit. Although wide belt sanding to 180 grit is considered the industry standard, we don't stop or finish sanding at that point. Cabinet doors passing through a wide belt sander will have a scratch pattern left by the wide belts, and the finer the sanding grit, the lighter the scratches. And this scratch pattern leaves slight scratches which follow the direction of the wood's grain on the stiles, but these scratches are against the wood's grain on the rails. And these are called cross grain scratches, and they're noticeable under some lighting conditions. Cross grain scratches, while common on furniture, are not acceptable under our quality standards, so we remove them. We use a machine called a twin pad orbital sander to remove the cross grain scratches, and this machine resands the doors to 220 grit and removes the cross grain scratches left by the wide belt sanders, and this process is being shown now. Now, we could ship our cabinet doors at this point, but again we don't. We pass our doors through an additional sanding step which conditions the stiles, rails, and panel to be ready to accept paint without showing any scratches. This sander is a state-of-the-art programmable rotational brush belt sanding system which uses a rotational sanding head with a large sanding area to ensure consistent sanding in all areas of the cabinet door. And this machine is being shown now. This final step in our sanding process sets us apart from the competition and produces paint-grade cabinet doors which are truly ready to paint. CabinetDoors.com is not only the oldest manufacturer of cabinet doors online, we also have the best sanding. And our exceptional sanding helps make your painted cabinet doors look absolutely great.